Namaste. I am Dr. Samarth P. Rao, Ayurvedic physician practicing at Amrut Ayurvedic Center in Baswangudi. This episode, I am going to talk to you about all the foods and activities that you will have to do so that to support your digestion and to stop your loose bowel activity. Like I said, loose bowels in Ayurveda is called Atisara, and that Atisara can be caused because of various reasons such as a bacteria, virus, or an inflammatory bowels or irritable bowels, or there are many reasons. So there are certain do's and don'ts you have to do when you have diarrhea. Last episode I told you what are the different things not to do. So this episode I'm going to tell you all the different things that you should do. The first thing that you should do is a bit of fasting. I'm not telling you to fast throughout, but a little bit of fasting, a little bit of intermittent eating can definitely fix your gut or fix your bowel habits, because that dryness of not eating will give that rest to your gut and also will create that dryness so that it starts absorbing all the fluids properly in your gut. So that is the first thing, is fasting. The second important thing, if you are having loose bowels, is lie down, sleep. So if you are having a continuous loose bowels, please lie down in bed so that you are lying down on a supine position or on your sides will help for the food to settle and to differentiate between the fluid portion and the solid portion, and the body will start utilizing the gravity effect to basically sort out the process of digestion. The next important key ingredient is consuming rice, especially Purana Sali or rice that has been kept aside for a year. So this rice is derived out of the regular paddy and everything, how it is processed. But because it's 1 year old, what happens is there is no much starch content in it. So this causes a good process of fixing your digestion. Another is Shashtika Shali, or rice that matures in 60-70 days. Now, one form of rice that is very healthy to consume is Navara kind of rice. Of course, it's popular in Andhra Pradesh where they grow. It's around 70-75 days maturation period. But back in those days, you had rice that matured in 60 days. So that is very good. Rice gruel or ganji is extremely helpful when you are having Atisara. Your body is dehydrated. It needs that energy. Also, it needs food that is easily digestible and can easily bind to form motions. So for that, rice gruel or ganji is very helpful. Also consuming rasam, that is with lentils and pigeon pea. These are the two dals that can be extensively used to fix your loose bowels. The other important ingredient is ghee and butter. The cow milk derived ghee and butter is the fat that helps in coagulating all the food inside to help clear the process of digestion. So ghee plays a very important role. So in your ganji, which is of rice and dal, add a little bit of ghee or butter to it, and that can help in controlling your Atisara or loose bowels. Cow milk is actually recommended. Even goat and cow's milk is recommended when you have loose bowels and for a long period of time. So that will also help. Along with that, another important ingredient preparation out of milk is buttermilk. So buttermilk also helps in good formation of motions. So buttermilk is something very key. Take one portion of the curds, mix it with 4 parts of water, and then give it a good mix, and then this can be consumed. It's buttermilk. It will help for the food to curdle very well inside and for good formation. Fresh banana fruits is another fruit that is very helpful in good bowel and stool formation. Another ignored ingredient is honey. Make sure in your chapati when you consume or whatever that you're consuming, you add a spoon of honey. So honey, because the honey is made up of different kinds of nectar from different flowers. It's a little complex to digest, but this helps in fixing your gut very well. Blackberry is another thing. Nerele hannu, we call in Kannada. It comes only during the rainy season. in the summer and rainy season, that is the time when there is a lot of contamination of water, there is a lot of diarrhea happening. I still remember once when I was having loose bowels, my grandfather giving me a handful of nerle handu and telling me, eat this. By eating this, it will stop your bowel problems and your motion will start tightening up. So this consuming nerle handu or jamun, which is called, will also help in doing stambhaka or controlling the defecatory process and binding of the motions. Dry ginger is another thing. Another important fruit is bale fruit. Belada hannu, making a glass of bale juice and consuming a bale fruit, eating it with a little bit of jaggery can also help in good bowel formation and stopping the process of diarrhea. Another king of the king fruits is pomegranate. Dadima, it's called in Sanskrit. Pomegranate is a gut fixer. If you have any kind of gut related problems, you feel you're not absorbing well, you have a lot of absorption issues, consume pomegranate, raw pomegranate with the seeds. You can consume in between your meals or as a juice before a meal, after a meal, in between a meal. So pomegranate is something that is very good. Even palm fruit is also very helpful. Coconut products also will help in formation. Another good spice in the kitchen that can also be used is cumin seeds. So jeera is something that will definitely help in improving digestion, improving the agni. Consuming light foods and easily digestible foods and drinks. This is the key, so that this will quicken the process of digestion. It will also give all that energy required for the intestines to bind all the food items and cause good solid motions. So this episode, I have told you all the foods that you have to consume so that you can help bind your motions well and stop diarrhea or loose bowels. Next episode, I'm going to talk to you about another disease. Till then, thank you.